Today we are going to be doing a blind taste of bourbons under $30. And what we want to eventually do is crown the king of the $30 and under bourbon. These bourbons that we selected were actually not really so much our selection as much as from our viewers, the things that they put in comments and we went through and kind of selected them out, and these were some of the top mentioned bourbons as their favorites. And so we decided to line them up and we're gonna give them a taste and see which one we think is the best of these four under $30 bourbons.
Maybe not the king of under 30, but the king of these four.
The king of these four. I mean, I guess really what we want to know is does these two line up to this? Because this has kind of been the standard of everybody's looking for in that price range, because every one of these, if you can find these as MSRP, are all under $30. This is like a $27, $28 bottle in our area, 26 bucks, $22, and then around 22-ish as well. So here's how we're gonna do this. I'm gonna leave the room. April is gonna mix up our bourbons. She's gonna leave the room. I'm gonna mix them up, so we neither know which one we're actually tasting. So that way, it's a true blind, and because we don't have a third person to mix them up for us here today. So I mean, you know, we gotta do it how we gotta do it. So without further ado, this is how we do it. All right, baby, you can come on back in here and welcome you back to the, I think I did it right. I counted 1, 2, 3, 4.
We shall see.
Okay. All right, so in all transparency for you guys that are watching out there, the first time we tried to mix these things up, we were mixing them up different, but it was my fault. Like, I was going the opposite than she was, and we realized we didn't have them right. So we have them right now. Thanks. So yeah, so we have them right now. So if not, then this whole video is going to be interesting.
We'll have to redo it.
We would have to redo it. So
and it might get interesting. We might be a little bit.
Yeah, at that point after we drink all these. So as we start this out, we're going to start from here or here. You want to start inside?
Let's start this
from over here. So this in here.
Yes.
All right, and we're going to see. All right.
Well, do you want to make a pre-taste prediction? Which order you think he will choose in?
A pre-taste based on, oh my gosh.
I know it's hard.
Okay.
I like all of these.
So
it's hard.
Preliminary choice for me. All right, and we don't know what we're drinking, but I'll put on the screen so you guys do know what we're drinking each time. But if you ask me preliminary on where I'm gonna be at, I'm gonna say, oh my God. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, and 4 for me. That's scary.
You know, for me, I really want to say 1, but I'm thinking I might do 1 here.
Okay, all right.
So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. In that order.
Wow. Okay, so let's see who's the winner of this battle.
Okay.
All right, let's go. Let's try this out. I think I know what this is.
I'm thinking this is Buffalo.
You think Buffalo?
There is like no burn. It's
definitely feels like a lower proof.
Easy.
But I was actually almost thinking this was Old Forester because it's got some spice right at the end.
It does have some spice. But I think the last time I tried Buffalo Trace, it was different than I remembered it, and it was a little more woody, less sweet.
But then is this Wild Turkey 101. Oh my God. This is hard. This is hard. I mean.
But this one is very good. I'm thinking it's, what are the proofs on these again? 101, 100, what's 1792?
It's, well, let's remember. It is 93. And Buffalo's 90.
90.
So.
I'm thinking this is Buffalo.
You think Buffalo? All right, well, let me.
It's just so
I'm gonna drink a little water. We're gonna try the next one.
Burn, so I'm thinking it's a lower proof one.
You think a lower proof? You thinking below 100 or 101? That spice on the end of it was the one that was...
But I think last time we drank Buffalo, which might have been last night or the night before, it wasn't as sweet as I remember. It was more like that, so.
All right, number 2. Mm-hmm. You know,
I think this one might be 1792 by the smell. I don't know.
You think?
It's, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Very smooth.
Oh my God. But see, this comes off low proof as well.
Yeah. No burn.
This
Absolutely no burn.
is 1792.
I think it might be 1792.
I think this is 1792. I feel like it is. It is brown sugar forward. God, so smooth.
Very smooth. No burn. Very high
Right
flavor.
now, I like this better than this one.
That's what I was saying too. I like this one better.
This is going to be tough. This is going to be real tough. Okay.
Okay, number 3. I'm thinking this Old Forester.
Oh,
This is.
I can smell caramel though.
Out of all of these, I've drank the Old Forester 100 the least, and this smells the least familiar. Very odd smell.
Now this is Buffalo Trace. This is Buffalo Trace. I think this is Buffalo Trace. This is, oh my God.
Yeah, I think you're right. Because it has that kind of slight earthy finish, like this one kind of has that too. But this one has more flavor than that one, I think.
Wow.
But the smell is kind of funky right now.
Well, you know, I can't smell. So I always, you know, but you know, I do get like some caramel in there, and that's how this tastes. Heavy, heavy caramel. And I know my Buffalo Trace has that heavy, for me, is that caramel that comes out of it.
Yeah, I'm thinking this one might be Buffalo Trace. I think you're right. Because that one kind of had like the earthy finish like this one does, but this one is so much fuller flavor than this one. So I think you're right. That might be Buffalo Trace.
That was good. I mean, that was good. All right, let's see here.
None of them have burned though.
No,
none of these have any burn.
Zero burn. I mean, because, you know, 100, which we're drinking a lot more higher proof stuff now anyhow. So it's kind of like 100 proof to, it's kind of like when we first started out in that 80 proof range.
We've been toughened up.
We have evolved to something more, you know. And that's one thing you will find in your bourbon journey. For those of you who are watching this is kind of like your beginning in and you're trying to figure out what bourbons you like. Your palate will change dramatically. In the beginning, you want lower proofs, a cube in it, and then eventually you find a place that you're drinking it more neat because you want to absorb all the flavors. Have you tasted this yet?
Not yet.
Let's give this one a whirl. Here, let's see. That is super low proof filling as well. I'm thinking...
I don't think so.
You don't think 1792?
I don't think that's 1792.
93 proof? You think it's higher proof than that?
I mean, I wouldn't think so, but really none of them have burned.
No, none of them have burned at all.
None of them have burned, so... I'm going to say this one's Wild Turkey. Because even though it's a higher proof, it doesn't burn either. No. I need to go back and taste all these.
I do too, because I right now, this, I think is #1 for me.
This one?
Wasn't it? That one?
Well, maybe for you.
Let me see.
This one was #1 for me. But I'll have to try them again. Let me see.
That is so caramely. I'm gonna tell you, like, this is like so hard to decipher. Wow. That second one might be number one.
The second one's number one for me.
Wow.
I think I've got 1 and 2 so far. But these two,
Oh, and the two outer ones.
I'm gonna have to decide between.
Oh my God. I wanted to say this. All of these are so close. Like, to pick one out of this is going to be a hard decision. And I do think, let me try this one more time. First, let me have some water. I do think that this one
might be the Wild Turkey, actually. That one burns the most out of all of them.
This is super flavorful.
That's my number one. I think this is my number 2.
All right, so
between these two.
So here's, shit.
Gosh. I ran out of this one.
All right, so based on, okay, I just need to try. You want to try a little my outside one? My number one once again. You good?
I'm good. I think I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's what I'm gonna do. So 2, 3, 1, and 4 for me.
All right, let's line them up right here. So 1. I think I'm pretty much the same as you on this. Literally, I think we're the same on this. So the big reveal is, let's see what number 1 was.
Buffalo Trace?
Buffalo Trace.
Oh, there you go.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Okay.
All right,
wow.
number 2.
For sure it was 101.
101.
Wow.
So this is flipped for me. Because I said this, then this.
Well, I originally said I figured I would like this, but I'm going.
All right. I did. Understand. I never thought Buffalo Trace would be number 1 for me.
You know, I didn't simply because usually when it's something that's a little harder to get and everybody loves it, you're thinking,
FOMO. I gotta have it.
You're thinking, I've gotta love it. It's gotta be great. But then you end up not. But yeah, it just proves it's just a great bottle.
Yeah.
It's a great.
It's good.
Great bottle.
It's good.
Old Forester. Wow.
Whoa, 1792 is
I can't believe. Although honestly, between these two, I was kind of like.
It was, and I was the same way. These two were so similar in profile.
When you don't taste it up against another bourbon, it tastes a lot more earthy than when you're.
But here's the thing, though. Like, hands down.
Wow.
This was probably one of the hardest blinds for me to pick out. Like, there's sometimes I can taste a bourbon and be like, not at all. And so based on these, I mean, obviously
my number 1,
this was supposed to be your number 1.
Yeah, my number 1 tasting was pretty easy for me to pick out.
Yeah.
I was definitely like, yeah.
Buffalo Trace blew me away.
Yeah.
And that, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, that surprised me because I have become such a daily fan of 101 that I mean obviously you can
all the time. That's why
we do, and I mean so is this the king?
It's hard to beat. I mean, Buffalo Trace it's like the guy that everybody likes. He's not the richest guy. He's not the most good-looking guy, but you know, he's just so likable. Everybody loves him. Are you talking
about me?
Well, you know.
She's talking about me.
It's just like everybody loves him because he's so likable. This is Buffalo Trace.
Buffalo Trace, yes. So here's a question though, because we in our area we can buy this for
26,
and then we can buy 1 point.
Well, we can buy it for 26 when it doesn't have a crazy markup, but a lot of places do mark it up to like as much as 39.
Yeah, and so we have a place we can pick it up pretty regularly, and then we can also pick the 175s up for like 40-ish,
40.
And so. You know, so I know in a lot, and if you live in some areas, this is everywhere. So I'm going to tell you right now, if you can pick up this, but based on both of our flavor profiles, these two right here And I'm gonna tell you, at $22, you can walk in. And
Anywhere.
I will say this though, these two were very close for me.
You know, they were all very close, but this was definitely, when I tasted that one, it's like, this one has the fullest flavor. It's just weird because the last time I tried this, it didn't taste that earthy, and the last time I tried Buffalo Trace, aside from any others that I was tasting, it tasted more earthy, and it shocked me because I didn't remember that, but I don't know, maybe I'd been eating some chips or something.
I don't know.
Julio's chips and salsa.
For this particular video of these 4 bourbons, Buffalo Trace, best $30 bourbon you can find. Budget-wise, this right here, 101, is very comparable. So what we're going to do is we're going to continue to hunt for one more bottle. And let us know in the comments what your thoughts is about our picks and what you thought we would have, what your order would have been based before. Because that's the thing, based before tasting what your order would have been.
But now all of these are great. All of these are, if you're starting out especially, they don't have burn.
Zero burn.
No. I mean, maybe a little warmth in the chest after you drink it down, but no burn on the tongue. So they're all, yeah.
All right. So in your comments below, let us know what you think.